Alright, so at the beginning of the episode, we can see Duck on a turntable, and if we look closely, we can see a space between his face mask and model. Also, look closely to the turntable. As she is going to stop, she bounced a little bit. Anyway, Duck had a splendid day. He works hard and makes everything go like clockwork.
The trucks and coaches behaved well.
Duck has a gap between his face mask and eye. But the engines didn't like to bustle about. He pretty often told them,
There are two ways of doing things, the Great Western way or the wrong way. I'm Great Western and don't we know it's Great Wrong.
The engines were glad when the visitor came. The engine's name is Diesel, and if you remember, we know him from his cameo in a previous episode. Anyway, have you noticed something? When Diesel is on a turntable, a studio equipment is reflecting on his windows. So Diesel purred smoothly towards them. Sir Topham Hatt introduced Diesel to Duck, but look at Sir Topham Hatt's car. His wheels are terribly crooked. Looks like our controller had a little accident. Anyway, Sir Topham Hatt agreed to give Diesel a trial.
Good morning, purred Diesel in an oily voice. Pleased to meet you, Duck. Is that James and Henry and Gordon too? I am delighted to meet such famous engines.
Duck leaves, and Diesel follows him. The silly engines were flattered, and all of them have wonky eyes. Also, James's leading wheels are derailed. So Duck and Diesel came to the yards, and not only Duck, but even Diesel is missing his eyebrows. Diesel tells Duck that Sir Topham Hatt is mistaken.
We Diesels don't need to learn, we know everything. We come to a yard and improve it. We are revolutionary.
Have you noticed how much the camera bounced? It looks like there's an earthquake on the island of Sodor.
Oh,
And there are huge gaps between Duck's faceplate and eyes.
perhaps you would collect my trucks while I fetch Gordon's coaches.
When Duck left, you can see a bunch of steam coming out of track. Later, when Duck returned, Diesel was trying to fish some trucks from the siding. They were old and empty, and not touched for a long time, and some hairs come out from this truck. Diesel found them hard to move.
Pull! Push!
The scene didn't even completely start it, and you already derailed the track, Diesel. Also, Duck disappeared from the siding.
The trucks groaned.
Why those trucks look so much different? This is how they were looking like in a previous scene, but now they look more cubic and they even gained faces.
Diesel lost patience. He roared, gave a great heave.
Did you see that when Diesel gave a great heave, you could see some truck behind him completely off the rails, and when Diesel pulled the truck behind jumped back into rails.
Trucks get forward. Oh! They screamed, we can't, we won't. Some of their brakes snapped, and the gear jammed in the sleepers.
I have a question. Where's that steam coming from? It cannot come from a duck because he is nowhere to be seen, and if he will be, the steam will come from the left.
Diesel recovered and tried to push the trucks back, but they wouldn't move. Duck ran quietly round to collect the other trucks. Thank you for arranging the. You were having such fun being Rev whatever it was you said.
Duck went to collect other trucks. Duck's handrail is crooked. And Duck left. Diesel was furious. Later, Diesel helped to clear the mess. He hated it, and makes matters worse, the trucks started singing.
Trucks are waiting in the yard, packing them with Diesel. Show the world what I can do, gaily boasts the Diesel. In and out he creeps about like a big black weasel. When he pulls the wrong trucks out, pop goes the Diesel.
Diesel scuttled away to Sol in a shed. So those are all of the goofs found in Season 2 episode Bob Goes the Diesel. I hope you enjoyed this video, my dear train lovers, and I'll see you next time.